Take a trip with me beyond the veil, where true crime and the supernatural intertwine. This is Bloodlines and Secrets. So I have a dream one night that I am sitting on the bed at my deceased father's home. I'm sitting on the bed. He's standing directly in front of me. And my dog's ball was in the center of the bed. He had this blue ball that was his favorite because he was very ball driven. This was for Magnum. And in the dream, I take note. I look and I'm like, why is Magnum's ball here? Because my dad, he lived an hour away from me when he was alive. And so in the dream, I feel like I knew it was a dream in the dream. So I'm looking at my dad and he's shifting his weight to one side and then the next side. And he's like, and I was like, what the hell is he trying to tell me? Because he wasn't speaking. And at that time, when I would have dreams of deceased loved ones, they never talked. And I always felt like they were bringing me a message, but they weren't audibly telling me, and I had to figure it out. So this was one of those dreams. So the whole dream was him shifting his weight, standing in front of me, looking, doing this, and I'm looking at the ball. Magnum's not in the dream, just his ball. So I wake up and I was like, oh my God, what was that about? So a few days go by because I usually journal my dreams. So I can't remember if I wrote this one down, but it did bother me for the next few days. So after a few days pass, I'm talking to my friend on the phone and we were just laughing, chopping it up. And I start to tell her about this dream. And my father and I, we weren't extremely close or anything like that. He lived an hour away, and I would go visit from time to time, but it wasn't like a close relationship. So that's why I was like, why are he coming to me in my dreams now? Like, what's up with that? So, I'm laughing about it with my friend, and I'm like, how he gonna have something to say, when he's dead? Like, what the hell is that about? So after I said that, I thought about it. And so I went and got that ball. I'm still on the phone with my friend. And I went and got the ball. And it was a squeaker. And I did this. And right when I pressed it, there was like a hairline, like a cut on it. And when I did that, I could see the squeaker on the inside. And that's when I realized that my dad was trying to tell me to get rid of that damn ball because my dog could choke on that squeaker. I had no idea. I would go outside every day with that same ball, toss the ball in the backyard. He'd bring it back to me. That was our routine. And I was like, oh my God, my dad just saved my dog's life, literally. And my friend was like, see, he knew maybe he couldn't offer a whole lot in life, but in his death, that's what he's giving you, And I was like, wow, I may be a little bit of an asshole, just a little bit, but because it's the things that I was thinking. But I was so grateful, and I told him that out loud. Because Magnum, I know, you know what? People have favorites when they have animals. It don't matter. Like they do kids. People have their favorite kids. People have their favorite animals. But Magnum was my favorite dog. Hands down, he was the best German Shepherd ever. He was a trained personal protection dog, and he was my ride or die. And it would have been devastating. It would have been devastating to have him choke on that ball. So this is just a little story I have for y'all. Mm. But now I will say that I don't know what changed or what got activated, but now my messages come through more clear in my dreams. That, you know, my grandpa or grandma, they actually talk to me now. We have dialogue. So I don't have to play like the guessing game at all. Um, but something to be aware of. And this took me just, I feel like it took me too long to figure this out as far as the dream world is concerned, that when we get messages, they aren't all necessarily verbatim. There are signs and symbols that we just have to figure out. We just have to figure them out. And when I started figuring out what different symbols meant in my dreams, that was when real change started happening and when I could really intuit certain situations. Um, and I know not everybody believes this, but I believe it wholeheartedly that we do have loved ones watching over us from the other side. I have too many stories, and I've seen them come through for other people. So just be conscious of that. And I know some people think that like ancestor veneration is like demonic or devilish, but there's nothing wrong with honoring someone that loved you and someone that you loved. And that's all I got for you today. Thank you for joining me for another episode. If you like what you're hearing or what you're seeing, please like, share, and subscribe. I also have links for merchandise in the description box, or if you just want to buy me a cup of coffee, that link is down there, as well as my Cash App and Venmo. Just please be aware of the messages that you get. And if you've had any kind of symbolism like this received in a dream, I want to know about it. So drop that in the comments and let's talk about it.